Hello and Minglaba, I am Henry Zin. Welcome to Myanmar Today. Our top stories and reports from around Myanmar. Williamson's report on March for Justice for Victoria. Thoda Swizin has the story on First Spanish Festival in Yangon. David Tanner will give us the detailed report on Small Format Big Impact Art Exhibition. And lastly, Akajo has the story on Industrial Zone Draft Bill likely to put existing local industries at risk, investors concerned. Before we get to the report, let's have a quick look at the latest local news from around Myanmar. Niigata University of Japan and National Health Laboratory signed MOU in Yangon on Sunday in the presence of Union Minister for Health and Sports Dr. Myen Twe and officials. Speaking on the occasion, Union Minister Dr. Myen Twe stated gradual development of both the government and the private sectors for progress of the country's health undertakings. Dr. Myen Twe explained DHIS2 has been introduced at 43 hospitals through staff training, and he urged specialist physicians of the government and private sectors to lead staff efficiency promotion programs. The Union Minister stressed the adoption of monitoring and evaluation system at hospitals in compiling a checklist of quality services and pointed out the importance of government-private cooperation in the health sector. At the ceremony to honor outstanding servicemen, offspring of servicemen and those of war veterans who passed the matriculation examination in 2018 to 2019 academic year and all-round outstanding youth at Zayathiri Bateman in Naypyidaw on Sunday, Commander-in-Chief of Defence Services Senior General May Online said students, teachers, parents and administrative officials dubbed as educational triangular must be strong in improving necessary technologies for the state and human resources. The Senior General said students must be knowledgeable in learning where education is concerned. Teachers must teach pupils to have education. Parents should encourage their offsprings, and administrative officials must create comprehensive learning environments with physical development and teaching aid to be able to enjoy peace, security and happiness. Only then, education sector would meet development for new generation of youth. The Senior General added by saying, although education systems have changed, students need to actually have knowledge in learning in respective grades. The 43rd session of the World Heritage Committee held from June 10th to the 30th in Baku, Azerbaijan, designated Bagan as a World Heritage Site on Saturday. Present at the event were representative teams comprised of officials from the Ministry of Religious Affairs and Culture, Education, Natural Resource and Environmental Conservation and Foreign Affairs. The team was led by Myanmar Ambassador to UNESCO, Ujozeya, individuals and organizations promoting Bagan. Additionally, a group of photographers known as Bagan from Our Heart traveled at their own expense to support the designation. This collaboration by officials from regional governments of Magwe and Mandalay, officials from related departments, local and international experts, and citizens promoting Bagan sought Bagan joining the World Heritage List to preserve its religion-based architecture, along with murals, pagodas, and stupas. That's all with the local news. You're still with me on MI Radio's Myanmar Today, and I believe it's time now for our first report. The incident that occurred in Naypyidaw on June 16th at Wisdom Hill School has shocked the nation, and it has also drawn the attention of the public across the nation. As the responsible officials are yet to deliver justice which the public long for, thousands of people took to the streets of Yangon on July 6th in Insane Township in hopes of their voices to be heard. This rally was not a demonstration for justice of the child, Victoria. It also meant to raise their voices over the safety issues of the children at schools across the country. Williamson has the story.
Justice for Victoria has been one of the most used social media trends, which has taken social media platform by storm. The incident, which happened in Neburo on 16th of June to a child at Wisdom Hill School, has shocked the nation, and the public are taking enemies to ask the government for a speedy action to the culprit of the incident. The Victoria is a nickname given to the abused child to mean that in the end the child will be the victorious one. On 6th of July, thousands of people took to the district of Yangon in support of sexually abused victims at Wisdom Hill School. This rally by thousands of people in Yangon is not just about rallying for child Victoria. It is also about asking a safe place for every child in the country. Now, as the case has become a national issue, the officials are not able to deliver the action which the public demand for. The situation has got very much complicated. Thousands of keen citizens took the street of Yangon on 6th of July 2019 to demand justice for Victoria and express their concerns on the safety of children at school. Now let's hear from Go On Tai Min, the event organizer for this rally.
ဟုတ်ကဲ့ပါခင်ဗျာဒီပွဲဖြစ်မြောက်တဲ့အကြောင်းရင်းကတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီနေပြည်တော် Western Hill မူကြိုကျောင်းမှာဖြစ်ပွား
The main aim for today's rally is we have been watching Victoria's case from Wisdom Hill in Neburo. While in the process of waiting on the outcome of the case, we feel that this is the time to go out to the street and show that we need to do something. That's how, with two of my friends, we came to organize this rally. But not just us, this incident has drawn the attention of the whole nation. We see the participation of the public on this matter on social media. What happened at Wisdom Hill School is not just a matter for the victim, but this is also the safety issue for all the children across the country. Speaking on the issue of child safety at school, now once again let's hear from Go On Tai Min.
ဟုတ်ကဲ့ပါနံပါတ်1ကကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီတက်ငယ်မရိမှုဆိုတာဒီကိစ္စမှာမှစဖြစ်တာတော့မဟုတ်ဘူးပေါ့နော်အရင်ကတည်းကသတင်းမီဒီယာတွေမပေါ်ခင်ကတည်းကလည်းကျွန်တော်တို့ကြုံတွေ့ကြားသိခဲ့ရတယ်အခုလည်းသတင်းမီဒီယာတွေပွင့်လင်းလာတဲ့အချိန်မှာပို့ပြီးတော့ကြားနေသိနေရတယ်ပေါ့ဒါကြောင့်လေဒီပွဲဟာ Victoria လေးတစ်ယောက်တည်းအတွက်လုပ်တဲ့ပွဲမဟုတ်
What happened at Wisdom Hill is not the beginning of sexually abused children. It happened even before freedom of press was emphasized, but with the coming of freedom of press, we hear more of it. So today's rally is not just for Victoria. As we included in the agenda, of course the first priority is given to Victoria for justice. At the same time, we will also like to ask the government to create a safe environment for all the children. And then thirdly, we don't want any other Victorias. We also feel that this is all related to the rule of laws in our nation. This is the reason for this rally. Go Min Han, one of the event organizing member, also said,
နံပါတ်1ကဒါကျွန်တော်တို့ပြည်သူလူထုရဲ့ဆန္ဒကျွန်တော်တို့ပြည်သူလူထုရဲ့သဘောထားပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဒီဟာကိုဒါသက်ဆိုင်တဲ့သူတွေသိသွားမှာအဲ့ရောက်မှာသူတို့ဘယ်လောက်ထိ action ယူပေးနိုင်မလဲဆိုတာက
We want the authority to know the desire and the voice of the public. Then they will work on how they want to take action and decide for their own histories. We the public are not in favor of this kind of injustice, and we don't appreciate it at all. We want justice served and the rule of law, and we are demonstrating it today. But how the decision will be taken is the responsibility of the related institution. Apart from the demonstrators, the public alongside the road also supported the rally, which showed the public are keen to see the issue solved and the justice for the child is served. Speaking to MI Radio, let's hear from Somi A, one of the demonstrators.
The Victoria
I hope that what Victoria felt will be known to the authorities and the truth will eventually come out of it. This is Williamson reporting for MI Radio.
That's the report on March for Justice for Victoria. We'll be taking a look at the stocks and currency exchange rates in Yangon in a while, but let's check on weather updates now in the three major cities in Myanmar. In Yangon, cloudy, a morning shower, then a couple of soaking showers around. The daily outlook is around 29 degrees Celsius high, but it feels like 35 degrees Celsius. There's a 71% chance of rain for the day. Looking ahead, expect showery weather this morning through Wednesday evening. In Naypyidaw, cloudy, a shower or thunderstorm around. The daily outlook is around 30 degrees Celsius high, but it feels like 35 degrees Celsius. 65% chance of rain for the day. Looking ahead, showers and thunderstorms around this evening through Wednesday afternoon. In Mandalay, cloudy in the city, the daily outlook is around 33 degrees Celsius, but it feels like 37 degrees Celsius. 25% chance of rain for the day. Before we move on to stocks and currency exchange rates, let's take a look at the second report for today. The first Festival of Spanish Films was held at the Goethe Institute, Yangon, for 3 days, and a total of 5 Spanish movies were screened. DJ Zin has the story.
Hello guys, this is your reporter DJ Zin from Myanmar Radio. I'm now at the Goethe Institute, where the very first Spanish film festival is being held. With the purpose of introducing Spanish movies, Spanish culture and Spanish language to Myanmar people, the festival is held at Goethe Institute for 3 days. So let's find out more about the film festival. In the film festival, which was held from 5th to 7th July, 5 movies of different categories were screened. Spanish ambassador to Myanmar, His Excellency Mr. Emilio de Mingu Calabia said,
"We wish for both of our societies to know each other better, and we think film is a very good way. We have chosen 5 films that go from very different moments of the Spanish history. One film is before the Spanish Civil War, another is from the time after the Civil War, another is from the time of Franco dictatorship. We want to describe how Spanish history has been during the 20th century through these films."
He also talked about the situation of Spanish films in the international film market.
Every year, we have already Spanish directors, Spanish actors who have succeeded in Hollywood. And yes, we see that the Spanish presence in the film market, in the international film market, is ever growing.
The Spanish movies are not commonly screened at the theaters in Myanmar. Concerning it, Mr. Emilio noted that,
as the knowledge of Spanish is not well spread, and sometimes very often the movies have no subtitles, I think this is something that it's making a problem.
Well, as you all know, Yangon University of Foreign Languages (YUFL) provides language studies for bachelor degrees, master degrees, diplomas, weekend classes, and evening classes. They have opened the weekend classes and the evening classes for Spanish language. So I have met with the head of French department and asked her about the future plan of Spanish language courses in YUFL.
စနေတနင်္ဂနွေဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့လူက50လောက်ရှိတယ်။နောက်ပြီးတော့ညနေပိုင်းတန်းနေမှာလည်းပဲလူ50လောက်တော့ရှိအားလုံးပေါင်းတော့100လောက်တော့ရှိပါတယ်။သင်တန်းတွေဖွင့်တာတော့တစ်နှစ်ကျော်သွားပါပြီ။ဒါပေမဲ့ကျွန်မတို့အနေနဲ့ကတော့ diploma မနေ့ပိုင်းပေါ့နော်။မနေ့ပိုင်းဆိုတာ full time diploma ကိုဖွင့်ဖို့ဟိုပါပေါ့လေ
There are a total of 50 students in the weekend classes and 50 students in the evening classes, so there are total 100 students learning Spanish. It has been 1 year since the classes are opened. Now we are to open full-time diploma class in the coming December. Concerning the teaching system, she continued that
စပိန်နိုင်ငံသားရေးဝန်ကြီးဌာနနဲ့ဆရာမတို့ဒီ UFN နဲ့က MOU ထိုးထားတယ်အဲ့ဒီခါကျတော့သူတို့ဘက်ကနေပြီးတော့ဆရာမတယောက်လှုပ်ပေးတယ်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဒါသူကနေပြီးတော့ကိုတာဝန်ယူနေပါတယ်နောက်ပြီးတော့ဆရာမတို့ဌာနမှာပါမောက္ခအငိမ့်စားပေါ့နော်ပါမောက္ခ
Spanish Ministry of Foreign Affairs and YUFL have signed the MOU, so they sent the Spanish lecturer. She is in charge of teaching, and there is also a Myanmar professor retired who is working as part-time. Finally, she expressed her opinion of the film festival.
ဒီရုပ်ရှင်ပွဲတော်ကိုကျင်းပခြင်းအပြင်မြန်မာလူငယ်တွေရောမြန်မာပြည်သူပြည်သားတွေကြားမှာစပိန်ဘာသာစကားကိုပို့ပြီးတော့ကြဲကြဲပြန့်ပြန့်သိရှိလာမယ်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့လိုမျိုးအဲ့တော့စပိန်ဘာသာသင်ကြားသင်ယူလဲတိုးတက်မယ်နောက်ပြီးတော့
By holding the film festival, Myanmar people will know more about Spanish language and that supports for the improvement of the study of Spanish language. Moreover, it can strengthen the relationship between Myanmar and Spain. They are expected to hold the Spanish Film Festival annually in Myanmar. Till now, that's all about the very first time Spanish Film Festival being held at Guler Institute. This is your reporter Dora Suisin from MI Radio. Have a nice day.
That's a report on First Spanish Festival in Yangon. Right now, let's check on the currency rates from Myanmar's central bank. $1 is at 1,504 kyats. 1 Chinese renminbi is at 218 kyats. 1 euro is at 1,693 kyats. 1 pound sterling is at 1,888 kyats. 1 Singapore dollar is at 1,108 kyats. 1 Malaysian ringgit is at 363 kyats. 1 Thai baht is at 49 kyats, and the Indian rupee is at 21 kyats. Gold is trading at $1,398. Silver is at $15, and Brent crude oil is at $57. On the Yangon Stock Exchange, FMI is up 500 at 11,500. MCSH is up 50 at 3,350. MCB is at 7,700. FPB is down 100 at 23,500. TMH is at 2,900. And that's all on currency rates and Yangon Stock Exchange for today. This is Myanmar Today, broadcasting live from Myanmar International Radio. You can visit our website at miradio.com.mm and listen to our radio programs live on the website. If you're on FM, catch us on 96.1 FM in Yangon, 96.5 in Mandalay, and 96.7 in Naypyidaw. Or better yet, download MI Radio app on both iOS and Android devices so you can listen to our radio programs anywhere in the world. Moving on to third report. With the purpose to showcase the niche of drawing small format as a unique factor, the Small Format, Big Impact art exhibition was held during the weekend at 43 Art Gallery. Even though the niche of this exhibition was to have a small format, the art style of each and every art were varied since artists varies as well. David Tanner reports.
Painting is the practice of applying paint, pigment color, or other medium to a solid surface, called the matrix or support. The medium is commonly applied to the base with a brush, but other implements such as knives, sponges, and airbrushes can be used. The final work is also called a painting. With that being said, let's find out the Small Format, Big Impact art exhibition's detail from the artist Sia Baji Sai.
ဒီပွဲကကြော်လင်းကနေစပြီးတော့ကျွန်တော်ကားတတိလေးနဲ့ပွဲလေးတစ်ပွဲလောက်ပြအောင်ဆိုပြီးတော့မနစ်ကား
This small format big impact art exhibition was initiated by Baji Jorlin since last year as to make an exhibition that showcase small aspect ratio. The smallest aspect ratio in the exhibition is about 6:9 inches, and the largest will be about 10 to 12 inches. There's also 8 to 10 inches format in between the two. The artists in the exhibition consist of me as Baji Sai, Sia Miu APN, Sia Jolin, Sia Matimalin, Sia Aung Josan, and Sia Inye Mie. All of us has been doing exhibition for some years now. The name Small Format Big Impact has been given by Sia Baji or with that insight, as the name states, for small format art to make big impact.
ပုံစံသေးသေးလေးနဲ့တကယ်ကြစ်ကြစ်လေးရှိတဲ့အရာသာမျိုးဆိုတဲ့ဟာမျိုးအသေးပဲပေါ့ဒီနာမည်ကိုဆရာဩကနာမည်ပေးတာကျွန်တော်ပြပွဲနာမည်ကိုကျွန်တော်သိတော့မစင်စားလိုက်အောင်
Let's also find out for their experiences in making this exhibition happen.
ကားကြီးတကားလိုပဲဖန်တီးရတယ်ကောင်းမကောင်းဆိုတာလည်းသိမသိကြသေးဘူးကျွန်တော်ကပြောနေတာလို့လေသဘာဝတရားကိုကျွန်တော်ရေးပေးမယ်ကျွန်တော်ကြိုက်တာကျွန်တော်ရေးတာ
Changing aspect ratio to make a small format gives me, and I guess everyone has a great experience in creating it. It is just like making a normal art, but way more challenging. The things that makes the small aspect ratio challenging is that we can't guess and predict the final result until the very end. We create our art in our own style and perspective. For example, Min paints vibrant white arrange of fruits and flowers. Lim paint cards, plus with her creativity and etc.
ကျွန်တော်ကားသေးဆိုတော့ကားသေးတည်တံ့ရေးပေးပါတယ်ဒါလို့စုံပြီးတော့ပြပြတယ်ဆိုတာလဲဟိုးတုန်းကအတူတူခီးသွားလဲအတူတူတော့ပြပွဲတွေလဲဟိုဒီတဲ့များတဲ့လူနဲ့အတူတူအခုဒီ6ယောက်ကပထမဆုံးစပြတယ်
General knowledge time. Painting is an important form in the visual arts, bringing in elements such as drawing, gesture, composition, narration as in narrative art, or abstraction as in abstract art, as in still life or landscape painting, photographic, abstract, narrative, symbolistic as in symbolist art, emotive as in impressionism, or political in nature as artivism.
ဝါနာပါတဲ့လူတွေကဟိုပကြီးစရာဖြစ်တယ်မဖြစ်ဆိုတာစဉ်းစားတာမဟုတ်ဘူးဗျလုံးရင်ကြိုင်နေပဲဒီလောကထဲရောက်လာ
Artists always start with a passion in their heart and in mind. We never tend to have a mindset to be an artist in the first place, at least for me, but we try and strive for in what we believe and practice hard and create in the way of our passion. But for to give an idea, we also need time for us to strive forward at least about 5 to 10 years.
လွယ်တယ်ဖန်တီးမှုတစ်ခုကြတော့ခက်သွားတယ်အဲသူရဲ့အနုပညာအရေးသွေးနဲ့မဆိုင်ဘူး
I have also asked Sia Aung-jo-san for his feelings with this art exhibition that he is in.
ဒီနေ့ပွဲခံစားချက်ကတော့ကျွန်တော်ပကြီးချစ်တဲ့မောင်နှမတွေတို့တူတူစုပြဖြစ်တယ်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဒါတော့ပထမဆုံးခံစားချက်ကဟိုပျော်စရာကောင်းတယ်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့လိုစုပြတဲ့အတွက်ပျော်စရာကောင်းတယ်
I feel really excited and happy for to hold this exhibition. Well, as all of our artists who love art do an exhibition in what we believe for, from there we also make our next step and collaborate together as for the future circumstances. This as well become our stepping stone for everyone as an artist. My art scenes are mostly about landscapes and nature, which is also my passion from the start.
ခက်တယ်အမှန်တန်ခက်တယ်အဲ့တော့တောင်းတယောက်ကအကြိုက်မတူနိုင်ဘူးဆိုတော့သူ့ကြိုက်တဲ့သူပေါ်မူတည်ပြီးတော့အကြိုက်တွေကွဲသွားသလိုလက်ရည်လည်းကွဲသွားနိုင်တယ်ပုံစံတွေလည်းကွဲသွားနိုင်တယ်ခန္ဓာမှုတွေလည်းကွဲသွားနိုင်တယ်
Thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed the report. Reporter David Tanner signing out for now, and you guys have a good day.
That's a report on small format, big impact art exhibition. Don't go anywhere just yet, because we still got one last report for you on industrial zone draft bill likely to put existing local industries at risk, investors concerned. Experts, investors, CSOs, legislators and Lutto representatives met in Yangon on Saturday to discuss the industrial zone draft bill. At the event, local investors expressed concerns over the risk the enactment of the bill can bring to them and the investors' request to reconsider some chapters of the bill. Agajo will give us the details.
Investors are concerned about the industrial zone draft bill, which could put the local industry's interest at risk. The concern was raised at a panel discussion at Park Royal Hotel on Saturday, where experts, investors, CSOs, legislators, and Lutto representatives met. Experts commented that although a lot of industrial zones have been established so far, there was no industrial zone law except a special economic zone law designed for Tilawa SEZ. For over 30 years, the existing local industrial zones were established without the industrial zones law. Investors are worried the new draft bill, once enacted, will jeopardize the local zones. Dr. Ang Teng, chairman of Myanmar Industrial Association, elaborates how it will lead to risk.
ဥပဒေကဘယ်အပိုင်းကိုပဲဇောင်းပေးပြီးတော့ကာဗာဖြစ်ပြီးအဓိကရေးသွားတဲ့အတွက်အသစ်တီထောင်မဲ့နိုင်ငံတကာအဆင့်မီလုပ်မဲ့ဇုံတွေတွေ့ရတော့တော်တော်လေးကောင်းပြီတဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့အဓိက concern ဖြစ်တာကကျွန်တော်တို့ stakeholder တွေဘက်ကသူတစ်ဖြစ်ပြည်တွင်းအသေးစားအလတ်စားစက်မှုလုပ်ငန်းတွေအဲ့ဒီလုပ်ငန်းတွေထဲမှာဘယ်ထဲမှာလက်ရှိလုပ်နေတဲ့လူတွေကအဓိကစိုးရိမ်ပူပန်မှုထိဖြစ်လာတယ်လို့ပြောတယ်ဒီခုနပြောတဲ့ local စက်မှုဇုံခုနပြောရတဲ့ရန်ကုန်29ဇုံတကယ်နဲ့ရန်ကုန်က29အပေါင်း1အဲ့အပေါင်း1ကတီလဝါ SZ တီလဝါ SZ ကပြဿနာမရှိဘူးဒီဥပဒေပြထားလိုက်တော့သူကတီလဝါ SZ က SZ ဥပဒေနဲ့ပတ်သက်သွားဒါနဲ့မဆိုင်တဲ့ MIP ကပြဿနာမရှိဘူးဒီဥပဒေမှာပြောထားတဲ့စံချိန်စံညွှန်းတွေတတ်မှတ်ချက်တွေတဘာဝပတ်ဝန်းကျင်မထိခိုက်အောင်သူလုပ်ရမှာအကုန်ပြည့်စုံတယ်ဘာဖြစ်လို့လဲဂျပန်မစ်ဆူရီနဲ့ဒါဘိုးအိမ်နဲ့ပူးပေါင်းပြီးတော့နိုင်ငံတကာအဆင့်မီလုပ်သွားတယ်တကယ်ပြဿနာတက်ပြီးကြံခဲ့မှာ29ဆိုမှာပြဿနာကြံခဲ့ဆိုတော့ဒါရကျွန်တော်တို့ရဲ့အဓိက
The bill is written with good intention, but the bill is designed for newly coming zones, which are backed by foreign direct investment. And this aims to make the zones run in line with the international standards, which is good. But one thing, on the other hand, is out of the said 63 zones, all zones except Thilawa and MIP are local investment. And to be frank, all the locally invested zones are not up to par as required by the bill. So once the bill is enacted, all local zones will need to stop, and we are all really concerned with that. The strict punishments in the bill to the unsuccessful and disqualified zones is another factor which concerns the local investors. So the investors requested the relaxation as well as the government support to help them become up to standard. Myanmar has a total of 63 industrial zones, 29 of which are located in Yangon. Umyo Antwi, project manager from Yangon School of Political Science, said Myanmar has relatively fewer industrial zones than in other countries. So to boost the foreign investment and to create employment opportunities, the industrial development plays a crucial role. In other countries, there are a great number of industrial zones already. According to the data updated in July, there are only 63 industrial zones in Myanmar. 29 of them are located in Yangon, and which is 65% of the total zones. So we need to build industrial zones in other states and regions as well. Uzonai, Managing Director of Mandalay Technology, explains the opportunity for a country's industrial growth amidst global uncertainty.
Initiative, one belt, one road, so that to get a quack, the young neck, or the young American neck, the cool. Go is a way. Any pin in a job.
Belt and Road Initiative is inevitable. With the trade tension between China and US and the labor costs in other countries are on the rise. So now is a good opportunity for Myanmar to have industrial zones and create opportunities for local population. This is Agajo reporting for Myanmar International Radio.
Well, that's all the reports we have for today. Now let's explore a little more to see if there's anything strange or interesting happening around the world. More than 900 badgers have been reported as roadkill so far this year. Almost twice as many of the nocturnal animals have been counted compared with foxes and hedgehogs, which are next on the 2019 mammal roadkill list. Peasants top the list of bird fatalities to date, followed by wood pigeons and blackbirds. Project Splatter, which compiles the data, has received more than 5,500 reports from the public in the 6 months to June. In other news, Jodrell Bank Observatory has been declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It has been at the forefront of astronomical research since its inception in 1945 and tracked US and Russian craft during the space race. The site in Cheshire is part of the University of Manchester. It is dominated by the landmark Lovell telescope. It joins the ancient Iraqi city of Babylon and other locations that have been added to the prestigious list. The UN World Heritage Committee is meeting in Azerbaijan until 10th of July to decide on the latest sites to be given the honor awarded to areas considered to be important for the whole of humanity, which will be protected by international treaties. It's good news that many landmarks in the world are getting recognized as prestigious sites on the UNESCO World Heritage List. That's all we have for now on Myanmar Today. You can leave your comments and messages on our Facebook posts and catch Myanmar Today on radio from 7:30 to 8 a.m., 1 to 1:30 p.m. and from 7:30 to 8 in the evening, Monday to Friday. Thank you for being with us on MI Radio's Myanmar Today. I am Henry Zin. We'll be back tomorrow. Have a great day.